Okay, little background. There is already Chinese medicine, there's Ayurveda, there's the Western herbal medicine, there's a couple more traditions which stem from these, but these are the main ones. The Chinese and Ayurvedic systems were developed at approximately the same time. Indians found out something, Chinese elaborated on that. As usual, they're really good in taking something and making something out of it. That was about 5,000 years ago. And those things still work now. Chinese focus more on the supporting the body, all these tonic herbs, and then balancing the energy of the body. Ayurveda focuses on the 3 doshas, again the 3 main energies which can be combined in many, many different ways, and it focuses on purging. Those systems were developed 5,000 years ago. In the last 200 years of our civilization, things have taken a big turn in development towards a lot of stress, as I mentioned before, but it has come about in the last 150 years, maybe that. Yeah, so it's maybe not so up to date. What we have done, Hang has worked with those clients closely, go through his hands. His instinct is always to cover most of the spectrum of what I mentioned. Which means he has been using herbs and studied with like great Western herbalists. And basically the line is designed to the needs of the modern person, or whoever comes from the city life, middle class, successful person. City life, that's I think it covers most. So we made it simple. Simpler can't be. What a city person needs is to clean their body, to support their body, and to fix the damage. That's simple. Our herbs are made in 4 categories. Cleanse, then 2 categories of support, which is general support and specific support. And we have the acute herbs. The acute, we call them? Okay. Only 4, which is called sound sleep, calm, cough and flu, and anti-parasite. The cleanse products, now we have 9, right? 9. 10! Love, could it be 10?
Including the
colon.
That's down here.
Ah, okay. It's our main forte, so I'll talk about it now a little more deep. About cleanse, first of all, we gotta take out the gross toxicity from our body. We gotta take out that. We gotta make all our elimination organs work. We gotta clean out the sewage, which is the lymph. And then we gotta go into fine details, like take out the heavy metals, clean the lungs, take out mold, and don't put it at the end of the list. You can start with that. And that's about it. The line, that's how we have 10 formulas. We have 3 for intestines. We have just the most going one is the colon cleanse. That's the classics, absolutely. Most of the people have done colon cleanse, and if Hang sees a client, the client will be put on the colon cleanse as an absolute part of the program. We've developed colon cleanse plus for those with slow metabolism. That happens when you have the thyroid issues and your whole system works in a very slow way. People who cannot poo. There's people I found out meanwhile, I cannot believe it, there's people who cannot go to the toilet for 10 days. And that's really common. It's shocking. And one of my experiences, because now, my body is so worked through, so I basically, whatever I work through, I see through on others, and then I go to Sanur Beach. And then I look around of who is lying there on those couches, on those, however you call it, in the sun, baking in the sun, making themselves red and ready in the sun. When I see that male tummy, and I see and I know what's inside, I want to puke. And then these super overweight people with cellulite hanging from their armpits, like, I'm sorry, cellulite everywhere, all over the body, and maybe they're not older than me. And that's very, very pitiful, you know. And it's all starts from that's all about the gross toxicity which we hold in the gut, up to 20 kg. I don't go into elaborate details what we have there, but there's books written on that, just read it yourself. We need to take that out, and depending on how much we have, it will take 1 course, 1 times 4 weeks, 2 courses, 2 times 4 weeks with 1 week of break, or 3 courses. Most of the time people have to do 2. And you can check yourself whether you've got something inside which is not, something here which is not fat, and you'll know. And even the tummy fat for people who are skinny, you know why it comes there? Because so much toxicity comes out from the intestinal walls, and it has to be captured so not to go into your brain. So body makes fat. Body captures the toxicity so it does not travel through the body. Colon cleanse. Colon plus for those who can't go to toilet. Intestine broom after you're done with colon cleanse. Because you have the main bulk, and then you have about 11 meters of the small intestine, which is a lot of volume in there. And mostly what we have there is mucus. Even after the colon cleanse, you still got that mucus. And the intestine broom will take it out. And it will just practically pull toxicity out of those intestinal walls, just like it pulls the bentonite clay, whoever has used it. You put it on the skin and it turns into slime because it pulls out the toxicity out of the skin. So it does the same process with the intestinal walls. After you've gone through that process and there's nothing hanging in there, and those intestinal walls have been clean, they heal. After they've healed, they can absorb. So whatever you put in your mouth will also get in your body. Otherwise it doesn't. You can actually, there's many people who are on the best of their diets, including green juice. Nothing works because it just does not get through. It does not get through the barrier of the intestinal tract between blood. It cannot get there. That's why it's important. It's very important to, and the first thing for your health, first and most important thing is to clean your gut. Read more on that. Hang made this book. Sumi can have one of those books. Can you look for them here? I don't remember. Maybe I put it here somewhere. I had like 10 of them. Anyway, maybe you can look for it. Maybe you'll find. Intestines. Then, to support the intestinal work, to support the cleanse, we usually also take the liver and blood health and the kidney cleanse. Liver and blood health is to get your liver working. Your home remedy would be a lot of turmeric, cooked turmeric, in the form of tea, in the form of jamu, the form of powder in your food. Additionally, or just by itself, you don't absolutely have to take that liver and blood health, but you have to support your liver during the cleanse and in general. Then there's stone dissolver, talking about liver, no, about kidney stones too. It dissolves all the clots of bile and whatever fat and parasites and what we have in the gallbladder and in the liver. And it also reduces liver heat, that means inflammation in the body, stone dissolver. And then it takes out the kidney stones also. It just simply dissolves them and moves them out, instead of what sometimes people have to go through in the medical world. Then the kidney cleanse, an important formula, because kidneys is the main organ to move your lymph, to move out the toxicity which has been in your lymph. In the toilet, if it's blocked, with paper and what, you try to flush it, and you know what happens. Imagine your kidneys being blocked. It's exactly the same effect. It's a lot of shit, and I cannot move anywhere. Not a good thing. So kidneys got to work. It's actually a main thing before you actually go into cleanse. I mean, with juices and fasting, you can cleanse on the cellular level, but if the kidneys are not working, it will remain circulating in your body. It's just pointless. You gotta move it out. You gotta have that sewage open. No blocks there. No plumbing problems. If your kidneys are working, you can make a little test. You'll know it. Just pee in a glass container and look through it to the light. What do you think how your urine should look like when you look through it to the light when the kidneys are filtering? How would it be like with good functioning kidneys? Cloudy. Right, got sediments. Yeah, if it's clear, that means kidneys cannot move out the toxicity. Not a good thing. If you're cleaning lymph, you gotta be able to move it out. So you got to have your kidneys working. Colon, kidneys, liver, take them at the same time and go for the colon 2 to 3 times 4 weeks normally. For kidneys and liver, it's often 1 to 2 months. But kidneys, you'll have to keep supporting all the time while you're taking the lymph detox. Once your kidneys are filtering, you've peed in the glass and you've figured it out, yes, that it is cloudy, you can start taking the lymph herb, the lymph cleanse, the lymph detox, right? Lymph detox. And you take it for great results, 3 months. People will start looking at your face, what a color, where are your wrinkles? Where's the cellulite, for goodness sakes, that's what you're gonna say. It's 3 months. A lot of results, but if you want to go to the end of the road, go for 2 years. That's where your body will start self-rejuvenating on the level of every cell. It's a big thing when your whole lymph system is clean. More spicy details you'll find in Hong's book. Have you found it? No.
Colon cleanse is usually 2 to 4 weeks, and then the kidney is
2 to 3 times 4 weeks is the colon cleanse. 2 to 3 times 4 weeks. Kidney cleanse, liver cleanse, mostly 1 to 2 months. But then if you take lymph cleanse, you have to support it by kidney cleanse also. Lymph detox always taken together with kidney cleanse. Important. And then there's one little spicy formula which we were not able to call anti-tumor because of legal reasons. We called it lymph and cyst buster. Tumors is a body self-defense mechanism to isolate the toxicity from the rest of the body. The fast-developing cancer cells or the I may make mistakes, but I mean, cancer has a reason. It could be viral, and more than that, there's virus X or something, and then there's the herpes and papilloma, and there's different ways of how they create cancer and why the body makes tumors. So it's a very illiterate way to treat them by cutting them out, by cutting them open, by doing the chemotherapy or what else is used? Radiation. No, that's not how you treat cancer. That's how you kill your immune system and spread the cancer to your whole body, and how you are really destined to have very certain result. They carry you out of the hospital. And there are unfortunate ways why we come to this kind of treating cancer, and why the cancer is even widespread among city folks. But I will not go into details now. You can do your self-study online. And but the thing is that if you clean your body, that will not leave the toxic environment for these pathogens to multiply. And then you can start moving those tumors, taking them apart using the lymph and cyst buster. And you have to work on your inner healing and thought patterns parallel. That's That's a must with cancer. It's got to be a full reset of your life to heal. But we've developed herbs for that, and they exist. I mean, full herbal program from one source, it's not a bad thing. And then your own work, your own diet changes, lifestyle, thinking, life purpose, and emotional sphere. But okay, I've covered another theme I didn't mean to. I just wanted to feature our stronger lymph cleanse, which is called Lymph and Cyst Buster.
You said lymph detox always goes with
kidney. And the lymph and cyst buster always goes with kidney and after having taken lymph for at least 2 months.
You mean kidney cleansing?
If I'm talking about lump and cyst buster, the lymph cleanse extra strength, that one. You only start it after having done the lymph cleanse, the regular one, for at least 2 months. And always parallel with the kidney cleanse herb formula. Well, that's the more hardcore things, and as I mentioned, the mold detox, which can be used by itself or, as I mentioned, parallel with other herbs, along with a basic cleanse program or developed deeper cleanse program. The mold detox will take 1 to 2 months. Actually, it will take 4 weeks. I don't think it will take longer for many people. Maybe in some hard cases where the body really does not have immune power to fight these things. I think I've covered. Just mention the heavy metal detox, metals and chemicals we call that, and then the lung detox. These are like more fine-tuned things which you can study yourselves. It's good to start with the rougher parts and then fine-tune the things. Sometimes herbs will not work to their full capacity if you have toxicity in your gut still. Whew. That was big. A little gallop through this landscape. Then general support, very important group of herbs. You'll be using it along with your cleanse, and you'll choose something that your body needs. Most of us have weak adrenals, really weak kidney energy. Even if you do kidney cleanse, often you'll have to support your adrenals and kidneys And we have Power Tonic, which is more featured it's created, developed, designed as an adaptogen. Helps the whole body to adapt to stress, to change, to whatever life brings. It works on many, many different organs, and it works systemically. And it's also a great aphrodisiac. For the best results, you use like 4 or 5 caps before you have something planned as a male. But it's like really great supporter of the whole body. It's a power tonic. The life force works with the kidney energy. The adrenal builder works on the adrenals. The immune strength works on the whole body and specifically on raising your immune system function. It can also be used as tonic, not connected to the immunity.
Which one is it?
Adrenal builder. And talking about the adrenals, a big sign of adrenal weakness is salt cravings. If you crave salt, now that it's your adrenals speaking, it's worth studying online what it brings about, because most of us have most of the symptoms in lighter form. Adrenal fatigue is big nowadays in different stages. I experienced a very, very bad stage of it, which again, do not wish anybody present or anybody I know or anybody I don't know, anybody who is a friend or an enemy, I don't wish anybody to experience that one. Like developed adrenal fatigue, which can be developed when you live with your trauma and your stress for many continuous years while giving maximum performance, while supporting your body with coffee and sweets and chocolates. That's the way to go. If you want to develop amazing adrenal fatigue, which is really difficult to get out of it, support it with raw food diet, or vegan will do too, or even vegetarian is pretty fine. and do it for a couple of years, a few years, 10 years, you'll be good. You'll be good to go. Probably nobody can recover you after that. Except for yourself and God's grace. It's very difficult to get out deep adrenal fatigue. If you have that, if you're treating that, make sure you're taking a lot of C vitamin, a lot of B group vitamins, enough salt, and taking rest all you can, and work on your trauma. Remove all that stress out of your system. Without it, you can't get out of adrenal fatigue. You have to reduce stress, especially the inner stress. And most of the time you'll be needing to clean your body big time. And there's situations where those herbs don't even work, how fatigued you are, because the body is out of the capacity to process herbal information. It's very often that, in deep adrenal fatigue, you cannot use our herbs. It's too complicated for the body. Body can't take them. Then you have to cleanse with glutathione and support your body with the Q10 enzyme and C vitamin and B vitamins before you can even start a herbal regimen. That's adrenal fatigue. There's more to it, but I won't go in more detail because of the reasons of time. Before lighter cases, we have the adrenal builder. And it's always, if you are rebuilding an organ, it's always good to use the living minerals that provides you with a material. It's another formula of ours. It provides you with a material to rebuild those tissues, and then also it has a substance, fulvic acid from the shilajit, which actually brings any substance straight into the cells where it should ultimately go. Fulvic acid in the living minerals. Fulvic acid. It's found in shilajit. It's very rare substance.
What's the difference between your adrenal builder and the thyroid support one?
Yeah. These two glands need to be featured. Usually when we really run our body to, zum Schrott gefahren, the German expression, when you really run it down, like you would bring the car to the point where it's a pile of metal, right? So on your journey, first your adrenals get burnt out, and the next one to suffer is the thyroid. And there's again like a whole list of symptoms. You can read the label of the thyroid herb for the best result. For the best understanding in very short time. But you can study. Very, very many people suffer from hypothyroidism nowadays, and very, very few doctors know about this phenomenon. So the way to go, it's very simple. The recipe is very simple. Like, look at your diet, look at the levels of your stress, look at all the different spheres of where you are out of balance and address them. And herbally cleanse the body, support the body, solve the specific issues like heal the damaged organs, and you're good to go. Have a lot of water and a lot of fun. That's your journey to health.